Man says, "Show me, and I will trust you." But God says, "Trust me, and I will show you." Here is an inspirational story that will change your perspective about why sometimes God does not accept your prayers, or why God does not let some of your things happen the way you want them to happen. Once upon a time, a jobless man applied for the position of office boy at Microsoft. The HR manager interviewed him, then gave him a test to clean the floor. The man passed the test with flying colors. He was hired. Then the HR manager asked him his email address so that the manager could send the employment application and the joining date, but the man did not have any email address at all. So the man replied, "I don't have a computer or an email." The HR manager said, "I'm sorry, if you don't have an email, that means you do not exist, and we cannot hire people who do not exist." The man was very disappointed. He did not know what to do. He only had $10 with him. Once he spends that, he won't have any money to buy any food. He went to the supermarket and bought a crate of tomatoes with his $10. And then he went from door to door, door to door, door to door, and sold all the tomatoes in less than 2 hours. He doubled his money and repeated the operation 3 times and returned home with $60. Soon he realized that he can survive this way very easily. He started to go every day earlier and returned late. He doubled and tripled his money every day. Soon he bought a cart, then a truck. In a very short time, he had his own fleet of delivery vehicles. Five years later, the man became one of the biggest food retailers in the United States. He started to plan his family's future and decided to have a life insurance. He called an insurance broker and chose a protection plan. At the end of the conversation, the broker asked him again for his email address. The man replied, "I do not have an email." The broker was dumbfounded and said, "You don't have an email, and yet you have succeeded in building an empire. Can you imagine what you could have been if you had an email?" The man thought for a while and replied, "An office boy at Microsoft."